brand new HBO Max original film directed by Steven Soderbergh and stars Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz plays a character who is agoraphobic, who is a coder, a decoder and coder for this AI system, which is basically like an Amazon Alexa or Google Home, which is called Kimi. And as she's trying to decode all these things and fix all of the errors of Kimi, she comes along a recording of something going wrong. So she wants to report this crime, which makes her have to leave her house, and trouble ensues. The film is an hour, 29 minutes, and is rated R. Welcome back to a brand new movie review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnerberg. If you're new to the channel, I love to talk movies, TV shows, and box office. If you like any one of those things, please consider subscribing and ring the bell for notifications. Talk about some of my other videos upcoming at the end of the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on Kimi. Tell me it's one of your favorite Soderbergh films, Zoe Kravitz performances, all of those in the comment section down below. Like the video, the thumbs up button. That's how you support this YouTube channel in the best way possible. Subscribing and clicking that like button helps the algorithm so more people can check out this review. So let's start talking about Kimi. So this is a movie that I was actually excited to see. I know Zoe Kravitz was the main actress, and I knew that Steven Soderbergh was the director, who feels like he's now making a streaming service exclusive movie. He's in the most recent years, obviously his fame stuff like the Ocean's 11 franchise, but as of late, he did Let Them All Talk, which I reviewed in 2020, The Laundromat, High Flying Bird. He made Unsane. These are very low budget movies. So I was excited to see again what he does with this. This is shot during the pandemic, and the pandemic is going on in the story. As you can tell behind me, Zoe Kravitz, people do wear a mask when they go outside, which actually fits the story of the movie. But so let's start positives, negatives, and my scores. So first of all, the biggest positive that you do have to say about the movie is that Zoe Kravitz is fantastic in this movie. She's basically, yeah, she is really, for the most part, I would say 95% of the time, she is on screen in the movie. There's some sequences where they go to other people for, I said 95% of the screen time, she is on screen, and she delivers a really good performance, including sequences where she doesn't have to talk. She's either getting chased down or just in her apartment doing things. There's a lot of sequences where she's not talking. And for a lot of people, that could be boring. But I think what the movie does great is that it still has a lot of energy to it, even when there's no talking going on. And that's a lot of credit to Zoe Kravitz, who gives it her all with this character. She's really great in the movie. Obviously, she'll be Catwoman upcoming in The Batman, which I'll be seeing on Thursday night, March 4th. But I'm so excited for her for this big of a role. But this is a really good role for playing Angela Childs, who has a lot of background to her. She's a really well fleshed out character. She's agoraphobic, which really got enhanced during the pandemic. And she's kind of comfortable. She's just coding people. It's a very kind of also at times a rear window concept. She's always looking over to see what her neighbors are up to, which involves one of her romantic relationships in the film. But she is really good in the film, not just being dramatically, but from an action point of view, and just from a rawness point of view. Angela feels like a real person who would be going through something like this, and understanding when to tell the authorities if something's going wrong, and when you can clearly tell there's a reason why they're telling you to delete a file, because those people do not want it getting out. And that's what Angela is trying to discover in the movie. And Zoe Kravitz, as I said, does a fantastic job. Also, it's a really well-directed film from Steven Soderbergh, one of his better films in years, in my opinion. This is a really well-directed film that has a lot of energy to it, even though you can say a lot of energy to it, but the first two acts of the film basically primarily take place. Actually, they do, I think. The first two acts completely take place in Zoe Kravitz's house, her apartment, the whole first two acts of the movie. And then the third act is kind of becoming a chase thing, but to still keep me engaged for like an hour, maybe 45 minutes of just her in her apartment shows you how well Soderbergh is as a director and Kravitz is as an actress to really keep me engaged from a story point of view. The actual Kimi concept is something that is not blowing away. We've seen a lot of different movies kind of use the Amazon Alexa or Google Home concept for a character. for a plot device in the movie. I think they use it wisely here. It really is basically just like an Amazon Alexa, where you basically tell it what to do. It does it for you, but it kind of has a different, the creators had a different mindset going into making it. So that's kind of the change on that. So again, and also the last 30 minutes are by far for me the best part of the movie. Really well shot action that actually makes sense, intensity, and Zoe Kravitz giving it her all. The last 30 minutes were, in my opinion, fantastic. But let's move on to the negatives that I have with the movie. While it kept me engaged for the first two acts, it is a touch too slow. The movie has a lot of energy once Zoe Kravitz leaves her home, but until then, the movie at times can feel a bit too slow, and it's a bit jarring going from such a slow first 45, 50 minutes, and then going, when she leaves, it's like full speed ahead once this one thing happens, which is a bit jarring at first. There's also a couple other subplots. As I said, there's a romantic relationship that I just did not care about whatsoever. The actual villains of the movie who are going after Kravitz are really underwritten, underdeveloped. And while there's a bit of some intensity in the third act, it's really thrown away because you never feel like these villains are threats to Kravitz's character, which really derailed, was the only missing piece of the third act. That I think the villain, because it's 90 minutes long, the movie, it needed a bit more screen time on why the villains want to keep this under wraps and why they're going after Zoe Kravitz. It just feels like they're nameless henchmen for big chunks of the movie. So I wish they were just not nameless henchmen, actually people who could affect Kravitz down the line, but they're just nameless henchmen. The Rear Window concept isn't done in like it's not a big standout to me. They did throw a lot of concepts at you in a 90-minute runtime. And for being 90 minutes, I think you could have done all these concepts, but maybe made the movie like an hour 50, 2 hours. But because it's so a tight 89 minutes with credits, the film doesn't have enough time to write all these other different subplots. So there's a lot of scenes that just feel completely meaningless. But overall, I had a really good time with Kimi. This is going to be a really solid film on HBO Max. I'm going to give this film, with great acting by Zoe Kravitz, really good directing from Steven Soderbergh. Just would have liked a little bit more emotion from the story and the villains not just being nameless henchmen. I'm going to give Kimi a 3.5 out of 5, is 72%. Go check this film out exclusively on HBO Max. Please like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. Earlier today, I posted my review of Marry Me. I should be giving you some more reviews coming down the line. A lot of movies coming out, including Uncharted, The Batman. All those reviews will be coming on the channel. So please subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys soon.